Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy and this channel is all about my Sylvanian Families collection. Today's video is going to be an unboxing of another couple of sets I got from Christmas, and you can see them here. So on the left we've got the dinner party dining set, and on the right we've got the Beauty Boutique Playset, and these are both in the Town series. So I thought it would be good to get out the Elegant Town Manor, which you can see here in the middle, and do a little setup. Both of these sets were released in Japan in 2023 and here in the UK in 2024. They are exclusive products, so in Japan they're exclusive to the online shop and official outlets, and here in the UK they're only available from the official Sylvanian Families online webshop. The sets are both quite pricey, so I think they're probably aimed more at adult collectors than they are at children. Not that there's any reason why children couldn't play with them, but they are quite expensive, especially if you consider them a toy. So I think we'll start with the dinner party dining set and then move on to the Beauty Boutique set after. So let's get started. So here we have the dinner party dining set, and it's quite a big box. It comes with the Curly Cat older brother, and at the time of recording this is the only way to obtain this figure in this set. See, the box is quite plain. It's the standard Town series packaging. On the back we get a nice big breakdown of everything that comes in the set, some of the play features, a nice setup image using additional furniture, so I believe this furniture is from the classic Brown series, and then also a little bit of blurb about the brother. So his name is Maxim, and I'll let you pause to read that if you would like. There's all the safety information, and then just the Town series logo on the top of the box. It's interesting to see these come out because we were kind of thinking that the Town series might have been discontinued, but they're still adding sets to it with the Town logo, so good to know that it's not been discontinued quite yet. Now I think the only unique piece in this set is actually the brother figure. I think everything else is a reuse of an old mould. So what I've done is I've gone through my Town series boxes and tried to pull out all the pieces I can find which are using the same mould, so we can do a little comparison. I thought it might be helpful to show that, so that if you're in two minds about buying this set, you can see exactly what's different to the pieces that are already in the range and at a cheaper price point. So let's go ahead and get Maxim out of the box and have a look at the accessories. Okay, let's start with Maxim himself, because this is my first time seeing the Curly Cats in person. So I was very excited to see what he actually looks like in person and get a feel for the kind of mould and the ears. I do like this detailing on the back, making him look extra fluffy. It's quite reminiscent of the Chantilly cats. I do like his little curved ears, especially the side profile. That's very cute. I think he does definitely look more cat-like when you look at him from the side. He is very cute, actually. I was in two minds about getting this family, but I think this might have sold them to me. I do like the mould. As for his clothing, so this is a kind of cottony fabric, as is this, and then silky on the bow tie and cummerbund. It's all one piece. You can see his little tail there pokes out through the gap. For the price point, I would kind of expect this to be in two pieces, like some of the more fancy classic clothing. But I suppose it's not the end of the world. It does look very cute from the front. Then we've got all the accessories laid flat, and I think I'm just going to adjust the camera angle so we can take a closer look at them. So first up is the largest piece in the set, which is the cooker piece. This is beautiful. The details on it are so lovely. I love the colour as well, this lovely turquoisey green and the tiles on the back. So this is a reused mould from the Gourmet Kitchen set, I think it was called, and I have that version here. So I'll pop them side by side. You can see the gold detailing on the doors is the same. This is a slightly yellower gold, but it's missing the details on the back and all these cooled out details on the tiles and such. It's got gold trim up here. Backs are both plain. I really liked this piece anyway, but seeing it in this colourway with the additional details is just absolutely lovely. It's especially this tiled backsplash that I love. So that's the direct comparison between those two. Then the gourmet kitchen set came with some accessory pieces, which I'll just pop on the board now. And this new version also came with these accessory pieces. So here is the kettle piece. So this is obviously a metallic kettle. Before it was copper, now it's this lovely pearlescent white colour. Comes with these two pans, which are the same pans. I think the colour is just very slightly different. Yeah, so this one's more of a charcoaly grey black, and this is a pure black. But really, the difference is really, really close. And then you got these food pieces, and you get the same food pieces in the dining set. So they are here. I think they're exactly the same, just slightly darker colours. So this is the old one, this is the new one, and yeah, they're exactly the same. Just the new one is a slightly darker brown. And then on the pie piece, again, they're exactly the same. I think the colours on this one are a bit better. Really calls out the details a little bit more, but this one is by no means undetailed. When you're comparing them, they've both got the 3 different colours on. And then if you wanted to take a closer look at the kettles, they are exactly the same. I actually think I prefer the copper one more. I think it's more realistic to being heated on a stove than this one. But I think they've gone with this colour for some of the other accessories that we'll see in a little bit. And that's the first set that pieces are reused from. Then next up we have some pieces being reused from the Town Series Delicious Restaurant. So here on the left we have the pieces from the Delicious Restaurant, and then here on the right we have the pieces from this new dining set. So immediately off the bat you can see these ones are a lot more detailed, different colours as well. But if we start with the cake stand, so this was already a really pretty piece from the Delicious Restaurant. I love the effect on it, really looks like glass. But then this one just amplifies it with this lovely gold base that reflects up through the glass, just makes it look a little bit more premium, but the mould is exactly the same. Then the pans are exactly the same. We've just got a darker copper colour on the newer set. I don't think I massively have a preference. Maybe the Delicious Restaurant copper just looks slightly more realistic, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Then we've got some kitchen utensils. They are exactly the same, just different colours. So the Delicious Restaurant came with silver. This new set comes with gold, but the moulds are exactly the same. Again, I don't think there's too much to differentiate there. I think where the biggest difference comes is with the food. So if we take this for example, you can see that there's been a lot more detail added into the food with garnishes, and also the plate has this lovely gold trim around it, just making it look a little bit more premium. The base mould is the same, but this one I think looks much better. And it's the same for the other foods as well. So here is this dish. This one is a little bit more similar, just with the gold trim around the edge of the plate. This one's already quite nicely detailed. And again, with the last one, it's to do with garnish. I think this garnish just adds a flourish, and the paint job is a little neater. And again, gold trim around the plate. There's also these pieces that are in the new set, and I'm not sure if they were from the Delicious restaurant or from another set. I couldn't find like for like. So you've got these nice gold trimmed saucers and salt and pepper shaker, which I do recognise, I just couldn't place where from, but I'm sure these are a reused mould as well. Oops, just throwing the pepper. But they're nicely detailed, they look nice and wooden. And then the final set that the new set reuses moulds from is, I think, this navy dinnerware set. So you can see here how it came in the box. This is where I've taken the kettle out of, and why I said they'd probably pick to go with white so it matches the rest of the set. But I think these are the same mould, and I also think I've located these saucers here. I think they're these ones. That's where they go. And yeah, I think this is the same, just different patterns on the plates, but the moulds are the same. You get all the same glasses and everything. Same cutlery with the coloured handles as well. This is all silver, this is obviously gold. We'll take a closer look at these pieces in a minute, but this is already quite a premium dishware set. This one's quite expensive, so it feels like they're on par in terms of quality. It's just different patterning. I thought that was interesting. I'm not going to take everything off here because it took me ages to make it all nice and neat and pretty, so I just want to pop that straight back in the house it's come from. But let's have a closer look at these. So I might just leave it in the box, to be honest, because it's going to be fiddly, but here's all the little details. On the glasses you've got this kind of swirly pattern. On the glasses themselves there are no patterns though. You've got these nice gold bottoms, but the other glasses have patterning on them. I do like the detail on the plates as well, especially with the gold trim. And then this is the little water jug piece. I also like the turquoise on the cutlery, I think that looks very pretty. And then you've also got these two little clear saucers which I already showed. Pop those in there as well. And so that is everything you get in the new diningware set. What I'll do is at the end I'll do a setup in the house, but I think let's unbox the Beauty Boutique first so that we've got all the pieces out, and then we can do one big setup at the end. So then here we have the Beauty Boutique Playset. Again, it's quite a big box with everything laid flat so you can see everything. This one comes with the Marguerite Rabbit older sister. And again, at the time of recording, this is the only way to obtain this figure in this accessory set. Again, this set reuses moulds of, I think, every piece in here, and I will again do a comparison with the pieces from the older sets that are using the same mould, so you can take a look at the similarities and differences. If we have a quick look at the box, I think it's pretty much the same. Still in the town packaging and the town colouring. The back is set up exactly the same, so there's the big image with all the pieces laid out, a nice setup image showing it all together, and a little bit of blurb about the Marguerite Rabbit older sister, whose name is, I think this is pronounced Julia. So I'll let you pause to read that one if you are interested. And again, the town series on the top of the box. So let's get this one open and take a look. So let's start by looking at Julia, as she is the unique piece in this set. I really love her dress. It is so pretty. It is this kind of silky material again with the printed on, but I do love the lace around the bottom. So it's got this nice trim on it. I think the colours just go so perfectly together with her fur colour. It's all one piece. Just velcros in the back, and you can see her fluffy little tail there. So she has quite a similar dress to this Stella Chocolate. You can see it's the same idea of the dress, just it's executed in slightly different colours. This one also feels like the fabric is a bit stiffer. But I really love the Marguerite rabbits. I think they're so pretty. So I was very excited to add the older sister to the collection. Now let's have a look at the accessories and do the comparison again. So here's the first wave of accessories out of the box and their comparators. So the mould that's been reused for these items is the Town Series Boutique. So you can see these are all the like-for-like reused moulds. The main pieces are the tables and the chair. So if we look at those first, on the left we've got the old set, on the right we've got this new set. And again, it's just about adding extra details and paintwork to the existing moulds. I think I like the colour on this one slightly better as well. It's more of a kind of maroon red. Adding the extra paint just really calls out the details, which are already really lovely on these moulds, but get a bit lost when they're all the same, it's like one solid colour. It's the same on the tables. Again, this is an absolutely beautiful mould, but just having it painted in the different colours really brings out those details, especially the lighter colour on the top, really bringing out that embossing. It's the same on all the tables as well. Then on the smaller accessories, these are all exactly the same, just different colours. So the closest match is this necklace, the only difference being that this gem is white and this one is pink. And then all the rest of the accessories, I can't see anywhere there's any additional detail in this new set. It's just literally different colours. So like instead of the pink and gold handbag, we've got a silver and gold handbag. The shoes are all still one colour, just a different one. So I don't think there's actually been any more detail called out in these pieces than in these. You did get quite a lot of accessories though, so that's nice. And I particularly really like this handbag, so I'm glad to have another one in a different colour for my shop. That's the first batch of accessories. Then here I've pulled together the second batch of accessories. So again, the old set is on the left, the new set is on the right. And the mould that's being reused here is this beauty counter set that was marketed to go in the grand department store. So obviously you can see that the main difference is on this big beauty counter. The mould for this is lovely with all these pretty details, and on this version they've just been painted in and called out more. I also think I like the colour on this one a little bit better. The salmon pink on this was never my favourite. I don't dislike it, if I had to pick between the two I'd probably pick this one. So I like the gold around the frame. These are both real mirrors, you can see my finger there and there. And they've both got the same stands either side to pop your perfume bottles. So interestingly, the beauty counter came with this stool to sit in front of it. I'm presuming the reason it hasn't been included with this set is because we've got that chair instead, so there's not really a need for it. And then on the smaller accessories, we've got exactly the same mould used on the makeup palette. The only difference here is the colour. So this one's a slightly lighter gold than this one. And then obviously we've also got different stickers on here. So this one's a lot more intricate with the makeup supposed to be in this flower shape, whereas this one's a lot more simple. I actually think I like the colour a little bit better on this one, but I definitely like the sticker better on this one. Then I think the makeup brush is exactly the same. Yeah, so that's exactly the same. I think the colour might just be very slightly different on this newer one. It's a little bit more matte, this is a bit more glossy, but really there's not much of a difference there. And then on the perfume bottles, you can see these ones are mostly clear glass, and then they've got some gold and silver detailing on them. Whereas these ones have got coloured glass and then the same gold and silver detailing. So the only real difference here is the colouring of the plastic. On these ones, it's exactly the same mould, pairs of colours, except these ones have the gold tops on, which just makes them look a little bit more premium. I think in general, all the accessories here, all of these perfume bottles look just a little bit more premium than these. But these are still very nice, especially these ones. I really like those ones. But these ones probably do look a little bit more like perfume because they've got the coloured bottles. That's the second round of accessories. And then last but not least on the accessories is all these tiny cosmetic ones. So again, these are reused molds. The ones on the left here are from this older set. I think this is now discontinued. And then the ones on the right here are the new Beauty Boutique set. And for these again, I can't see anywhere where these are any more detailed than these. All that's different is different colours. So like on the lipsticks, we've got some slightly different colours, on the nail varnishes as well, on the perfume bottles, etc, etc. It's just all slightly different colours. One difference I did notice is these have actual stickers put on them. So I remember painstakingly putting those tiny stickers on, whereas these ones have little printed pieces on the bottle instead. So you can see here, this one is a flower. I'm not sure which is better. I do like the details that are shown on the stickers. So they come with, if I can pick this one up, everything is so tiny. They come with actual word on them, as you can see there. Whereas these obviously just have the images. Way less fiddly to try and keep stickers on though. These stickers do tend to come off. But yeah, there is nothing in this new set that is more detailed than this old set, and this old set was part of just the regular range. So I think that maybe says something about how detailed sets used to be, whereas now to get this level of detail we're being told it's a premium exclusive. So that's an interesting aside. But I think what we'll do now is do a setup in the building with all the pieces. And here's how I've set the rooms up. I was filming myself doing the setup, but then after the 6th time of the same perfume bottle falling on the floor, and I'd only just started, I figured it would be really boring and probably a little bit frustrating to watch me struggle with all the tiny pieces. So I went ahead and filmed it off camera so I could really concentrate on what I was doing and getting everything to stand up. I'll take you off the tripod now so we can have a closer look. And here is how I've set up the dinner party dining set. You can see Maxim's very busy there, slaving over a hot stove. He's got 2 things ready to come out of the oven, lots of courses on here, and all the pretty dishware. So the first thing I'll say about this set right off the bat is you do need additional furniture to make it work. So I've used the table and chairs that come with the Delicious Restaurant, and also the little serving cart that comes with the Delicious Restaurant as well. It is, I feel, lacking a table. It would have been nice to have a table and chairs in there so you actually had somewhere to put all the dishware and hold the dinner party. Especially with the price that the set was, I don't think it would have hurt to just throw in a table and chairs. I think everything looks really beautiful together. It's obviously a super detailed set. It looks lovely all set up. This stove is so pretty. I'm not sure this is quite the right building for it. I think it's maybe a little bit clashy with the purple. But I'm sure that's going to look lovely in a Sylvanian home somewhere. And then coming up, I've created, it's almost like a little dressing room for the Marguerite Rabbit sister. So here's all her accessories all set out so she can see them very easily. She's got her makeup brushes, her pencils, all her different lotions and potions, nail varnish bags and such. And then over here she's got her little dressing station with all the bits she's using most frequently. And she's just about to get ready. She's got her shoes to the side as well to put on later. With the size of the Town series rooms, you couldn't really fit a bed in here, but I think it would look nice as a kind of bedroom dressing area room in a slightly larger house. So I think that's what I'm going to plan to do with it. I do think the colours look very nice in this Elegant Town Manor though, with the purple. So, final verdict, do I think these sets are worth the price? You do get a lot of accessories in both the sets, and as we've seen, the accessories were being comprised from what would have been previously 3 different sets, albeit not necessarily complete. You also get the figures in there as well. Even with all that in mind though, I do think they're quite expensive at $49.99 each. Just seems a little bit crazy pricing. I feel like the £35 to £40 mark is probably a little bit more reasonable. But then Sylvanians have always been expensive. When you apply inflation and all of that, the pricing probably isn't as horrendous as it first appears. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you found the detailed side-by-side comparison helpful if you were struggling to make a decision as to whether you wanted to add these sets to your collection or not. Let me know what you think of these sets in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.